when I was 6 years old. So it's just incredible to me, like what's going on with the youth these days.
Do you think that he had like his box of Crayolas out and he's like, how do I get into clan phase?
My plan, and the P is backwards.
What's up, everybody? I'm Nick.
And I'm Jake,
This is Internet Gaming News Show.
presented by Midwest Gaming Republic. Welcome into the Internet Gaming News Show this week. We got a lot of fun stuff to talk about. Nick, what's on the agenda, dude?
Let's get right into it, Jake. First, is it the end of the world of Warcraft? Secondly, another title bends the knee to a king, and we talk Mount Rushmore of gaming. What's that all about? And lastly, we talk two baddies, and they 6 years old. Internet Gaming News Show!
Yep.
Hey, Jake, do you remember that small company by the name of Amazon?
They have an online website where you can buy books, right? That's Amazon?
That's the one.
That's the one. Do you remember when they didn't run every aspect of our lives?
I know, isn't that crazy? And now they're co-developing games that may rival even World of Warcraft potentially. But they have a free MMO coming out in 2022. It's on pace for it, and I just thought, there's not a ton of information in this particular article, but I thought we got to talk about this, right?
Yeah, I mean, we know almost nothing about this game right now. It doesn't come out until 2022, which just, feels like forever away. But, I mean, you and I have both played our fair share of World of Warcraft, and I don't see a free-to-play game coming out that's gonna like take down World of Warcraft. But
Right.
I don't know. What do you think? Especially after like the biggest release that World of Warcraft has had in year or ever, right?
Yeah.
Shadowlands is the biggest ever.
Yeah, off of launch. I think it was the biggest up until Cyberpunk in terms of like a game selling on PC, which is pretty crazy to think about for a game that's been around for over 15 years. I think, the one thing to note is that this game has been in development, it looks like since 2018, if I'm looking at that appropriately, but I'm sure the timeline will shift and things will come out. But I'm really excited. I just want to know, Jake, what do your elf eyes see?
My elf eyes see a good game coming out in probably 2023, because let's be honest, everything gets pushed back now.
Right. But that's super cool. Super excited. I cannot wait to see where they take that directive. And I'm sure check back in 2 years and I'm sure we'll be talking about it.
Wait, Nick, you got to create your Lord of the Rings character right now. What class are you?
A hobbit.
Your hobbit?
What? I don't know what. A hobbit rogue.
Hobbit rogue. All right, you heard it here first.
Hobbit rogue mage.
Oh, a rogue mage.
Yeah.
Wow, sneaky and magical.
All right, Jake, like I said in the intro, there's another franchise that has bent the knee. I think it's time, if you're not talking about it, we're talking about the Mount Rushmore of gaming. And I think Fortnite has now solidified their face on that statue. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Fortnite's been there. Like we were saying in our last segment, where Amazon runs every aspect of our life, Fortnite runs everybody else's life. Like, just look at this list that we have here of people who have partnered with, like, we have Avengers, the NFL. No, there was Rocket League there, Jordan Brand, like everything.
Yeah.
Everything has come around to a crossover with Fortnite, and I think that absolutely solidifies its face on the Mount Rushmore of gaming.
Yeah, I don't think that there's a lot of franchises that have partnered. Look at this list. It's literally still going. And there's still one more that we need to add, which we'll show here in just a second. But just their ability to just cross-pollinate, I guess, essentially with some of the most popular pop culture franchises in the entire industry. And I think that they understand their demographics very well. I think they have a very good sense about, what the gamers are looking for in their games, and they just continue. It seems like every month they're taking another one down, and it's not necessarily down. It's just they're just collaborating and they're building each other up, and it's great because look at who's joining us. I think you know that face, Jake.
I absolutely know that face.
Yeah.
And like getting into this a little bit, Halo Infinite was supposed to come out at the end of this year here,
Mm-hmm.
and was delayed until who knows in 2021. So what it's looking like to me is that they had this plan to hype up Halo as it was coming out and partner up with Fortnite, and then realized, oh, we gotta delay, and we still got to do this with them. So now Master Chief isn't going to get the publicity that he needed when the game actually comes out. Now my man, my hero from my childhood is just going to be, oh, that guy from Fortnite. I want to play his game. That that's
Yeah.
soul crushing to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, but it'll be a good thing. I'm sure it'll
Mm-hmm.
be fun,
Mm-hmm.
and it'll be good to see when Halo Infinite comes out. If, like, maybe we can inspire a new player base. So
Yeah, that's something that I honestly, until you just said that right now, was not even considering. There's gonna be like a bunch of like Cadens, Haydens, Baitens, and Fadens, all
yeah,
this absolute legend, this legend of a killer and
right.
hero of a world of a galaxy of a universe. Okay, maybe I'm going a little far,
I mean,
but
hey, he's absolutely on the Mount Rushmore of gaming. Also,
mm-hmm.
like two of the heads on that Mount Rushmore in the same game now.
Yeah. It's crazy to think
Pretty
about,
crazy.
though. Hopefully, though, some of it transcends, and when Halo Infinite finally does launch, and it's great to see, a franchise like Halo continue to make impacts, this deep into its life cycles as well. So,
Yep, absolutely.
Jake,
Nick,
there's two 6-year-olds, okay, and they've done some pretty interesting things on the internet, and they were doing things that I definitely was not doing at the age of 6, which leaves me with the question, what were you doing at 6?
when I was 6, I was running around outside playing Pokemon on my Game Boy Color.
Mm.
I was absolutely not scheming ways to get my name out there to join FaZe Clan like this first 6-year-old that we're looking at today.
Yes.
So what exactly did he do?
Well, there's this gentleman. I don't even know if he qualifies to be gentleman status. I don't know what the age requirement for that is. Can I see your ID, sir, to be a
7.
gentleman? 7. Okay, 7. Yeah. Okay, so this young child, essentially by the name of Rowdy Rogan, it appears that he has come forth and admitted, and I'm assuming that his PR person, aka probably his mom, has a lot, like, essentially told everybody that all of these ploys to get banned on Warzone were staged, all in an effort to join a gaming clan
Yeah,
FaZe, if you're familiar.
yeah. So this was in an effort to win FaZe's competition of creating a viral video. Um, so he got in contact with the developers of Call of Duty to help stage the live banning when he was live on Twitch.
Mm,
Um, just to get his name out there, create some hype around it, and get people talking to win a FaZe competition. I mean, honestly,
yeah.
crazy scheme for a 6-year-old to come up with. I never would have been thinking like this when I was 6 years old. So it's just incredible to me, like what's going on with the youth these days.
Do you think that he had like his box of Crayolas out and he's like, how do I get into clan FaZe?
My plan, and the P is backwards.
Dude, I remember back in the day when you had to meet someone on Rust and win a couple sniper battles to join clans. But nowadays, you gotta do something crazy on the internet to gain notoriety.
Hey, I mean, it's all about creativity. It's all about getting your name out there somehow.
Yeah. Well, Rowdy Rogan, from what we understand, is not a part of clan FaZe. I don't know if there's an age limit. I'm assuming it's at least like 16. Like, you at least need your driver's permit to be in clan FaZe, I would assume. What do you think?
I mean, however you want to limit it, I suppose. I don't know. I'd say let him in.
Well, there's
Phase Rowdy Rogan.
you heard it here. Now listen here. Twitch TV, Rowdy Rogan. Now, to make things even a little bit more crazier, there's also another 6-year-old here who's done it again. Like, these, as if things couldn't get any crazier with 6-year-olds, this other 6-year-old's like, I see what you do in FaZe, Rowdy. Let me try to one up you here. And this young man, I didn't even understand, like how there's like the numbers on the back, and then there's the security code, and then you got to know your mom's, zip code and address. Like, I don't know how this young man got to this point at 6, but he racked up $16,000 worth of credit card debt from playing video games.
Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing his mom's card is just linked to the account that his iPad or whatever he's playing on is linked to. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I like the quote in the article that the mom said it was like he was just taking larger hit after larger hit of lines of cocaine. I think that line was pretty funny, where he just like $100, $100, $100. Uh, I just I know I remember when I was a kid and I had my flip phone and I bought a couple games without telling my parents. They told me I could buy one game and I bought
Mm,
like 3 games on my
damn,
phone.
damn.
All right. And then the bill came and they're like, "Jake, we got 3 games on this bill. Like what's going on?" I don't know. I didn't know. I didn't know. I couldn't imagine had I racked up $16,000
Yeah.
what my parents would have done, especially like in this article the lady's got to pay it. Like they're not gonna help her out in any way, which is madness. But
Mm-hmm. I
what would
think.
your parents have done to you, Nick, had you spent $16,000 on their credit card?
Oh, I to be honest, Bert and Dina, my parents, great people. I truly have no idea. I don't even know where they'd begin. Like, I think you have to apply for some form of identity fraud or probably bankruptcy immediately after that. Could you imagine the conversation that the gentleman, that worked for the bank, probably doing some form of like $16,000 transaction? What's going on here? They're spending it all on this like Sonic game. What? Probably the conversation. Hello, ma'am. Is this you spending $16,000 on the Knuckles Super Spike Runner shoes, ma'am? And she's like, "What are you talking about?" And then this really great part of this article here is that after it all went down, right? George is the child's name. His mom says, or he said back to his mom, he said, "Mom, I'll pay you back." And she's like, "How? I pay him $4 to clean his room." That's a lot of room cleanings to pay your mom back. In
You're
terms
gonna have
of
to
my, yeah,
clean your room thousands of times, thousands and thousands of times.
yeah. So I really think the conversation that comes from here is that have microtransactions gone too far?
I think like parents just need to be aware that you can put parental controls on these games because that's like the big thing that they talk about in this article. That's the
Mm,
takeaway point that like
mm-hmm.
parents need to be aware that you can put locks on your accounts so that your kids cannot spend and spend and spend. Um, and if you're gonna take anything away from this, check what your kids are doing. Make sure that they know that this is real money that they're spending on these games,
Yeah.
and lock your accounts. All right, and that's the end of the Internet Gaming News Show this week, everybody.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to this week's episode of the Internet Gaming News Show. For more entertainment, information, and gaming goodness, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button right now. Also, we'd love for you guys to leave a comment on this video to let us know what you guys thought or anything that we talked about in the articles or the videos. Or, better yet, you can come into our Discord and talk to us. And then lastly, we stream and play a variety of games daily, all under the name Midwest Gaming Republic. And we would love to have you there on our Twitch and our Facebook gaming page. So come by, say hi, and that's all from Nick and Jake in IGNS. Good night.
Good night.